Alrighty guys, good morning and welcome back to The Farm on Farming Simulator 25 on the Combustion Farmer YouTube channel. We've got some stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Finances. Who likes finances? Well, the finances look good. You like finances, but otherwise not so much. So let's take a look at our finances here. And so we had a lot of weird stuff going on there that we will ignore for the moment. But property income since January has increased, and that is because we have added our radio tower over here. And so far, we're on the second day of February, so about the second week, because we're running about 5 days in a month, so we're on the second week of February. We'll go with that. And we have already made, in property income, $5,436 in the month. So that's just from that sitting out there doing that. That's very encouraging. So we got a little bit more moolah coming in, which is very, 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 very encouraging. So let me check on my cows here real quick, make sure they got food, they got 100% health. They got water and food. And yes, it is snowing once again here in February. Not fun. So, but we have $82,000, $83,000, we'll round up, in the bank. And so let's take a look at our space here. So we have a few options when it comes to expanding the farm. We got Grandpa working in his little carpentry shed right over here, so he's slowly working on producing some stuff. We've got this shed over here that currently I'm not really using. Found that basically we can fit everything into the main farm shed right here, the barn, and everything fits out in there pretty good. We also don't technically need all of this stuff, so Grandpa and I, we can clear up all of this stuff. We can pile up all the extra wood over there for him to be able to make stuff with, so we could get rid of all of this stuff. So that would help us out. Grandpa still wants to keep the little shed, so that would be fine. We could technically relocate the water tower tank and get it re-drilled, but that's going to be pricey to get that done, so probably going to leave that where that is. So the reason why I bring this up is we go into our greenhouses and we can get ourselves some specially made greenhouses put down so that we can produce just about any type of thing we want. So about $20,000 a piece. We got a pretty nice deal going on there. So we've got one, let's see, let's look at the size. So we can kind of get 1, 2, 3, and 4 kind of gets things a little bit tight in there. We can totally kind of move them back slightly as we go along here as well. We could do that. But the max we would get into this space is 4. So we can get 4 of those in. Over here, though, we could potentially get a few more added in by taking out the shed and reusing some of those pots to make our own greenhouse potentially as well. So we could do that and use up all this extra space to add a few more greenhouses. So that's an option. Then, obviously, we got bees that we got going on. I haven't decided on the silo. The price to get the silo taken out is kind of expensive, so we're not really looking at doing that, because while we might get a little bit of money for the scrap and reused materials, it's going to be a little bit pricey, so it's not that high on our priority list. We can still use it, it still works, but it's just, we're not, with how much we're farming, it doesn't make sense for us to be able to have that. So that's an option. Cows, that's a whole other thing. So technically over here we could have quite a bit more space to get greenhouses. If we took out some trees along here, we could get quite a few greenhouses going out here. But of course that means I would have to get rid of my baby Angus hamburger, and that saddens me a little bit. But also, the vet bills over the winter have not been kind to us, so I kind of thinking that cows might have to move along, because there's no real value keeping the cows, and there are other people that would be very happy to take care of our cows for us. So there's lots of things to look at. So honestly, I think Grandpa and I kind of figured out that Unfortunately, yes, we love the cows, but we don't have a consistent income from them. We only have four, counting a little baby guy. And even if we do keep them and try to reproduce more, we're going to need more pasture space, and so it really does not make any sense to keep them around. And if we're going to add more production stuff with the greenhouses and still having to do our regular farming, we're just not going to have enough time to keep up with them either. So when it comes to that, it's like, yep, we gotta sell the cows. So we're gonna have a guy come by. He's gonna pick up the cows a little bit later, and that's gonna be kind of sad, but we will get that done, and that way the cows can go to a good home, and they'll get the correct care that they need, and also we won't have the vet bills to keep paying on them. But I also am going to miss you. I'm going to miss you, little hamburger. He's so cute. Ah, baby animals, love them. But yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't make sense to keep them around. We're not making that much. If we had chickens and they were actively making eggs, it would be one thing. But to get into a chicken market, even a small one, that is not profitable at the moment for us either. Because we have no debt currently, which is great. But $82,000, and we're only in February. We got to have some sort of income coming in year round, and we really don't have that other than the new radio tower that we have leasing on our land over there. We really don't have income coming in. So, yes, I can get odd jobs. Yes, Grandpa's working carpentry, which hasn't become profitable yet, but potentially could. And we do have bees, but bees during the winter months aren't making any money. So, hard choices, but choices nonetheless that we gotta do. So, let's go ahead and let's go on the town here. We gotta go to City Hall and see if we can get permits to get greenhouses put up. It is agricultural, so it should be fine, but unfortunately we do have to go through the agricultural board of the local city limits or county, so we gotta go into the local hall and yak at them for a little bit and hopefully get permits to do that, which should be pretty easy. Albeit probably going to be expensive. So I'm going to go into town, yak some politician's ear off for a little bit, and then we will come back. Alright, so about an hour later and $1,400 gone, we have got ourselves a permit to put on temporary greenhouses on a property. Keyword there is temporary, so we can't really do a whole lot of building. Yeah, there must be a whole campaign about keeping the apparently about keeping speeds down for dust purposes. I have not noticed any dust issues, but also it is kind of my first year out in this area, so I'll have to talk to Grandpa and see if he's had any issues with neighbors or locals having dust issues around the neighborhood. But as far as I know, it's fine, but whatever. Alright, so we do have permits that we can use. Go ahead and pull on in here, and we will call a contractor and see what we can do to get that done. So obviously, not permanent, but we do need to make sure that everything's nice and level. I don't have the equipment to do that, and so calling the guy that does have the equipment to do that will work. So that will be pretty good. And then we'll have to see about, I think Grandpa and I can, for the most part, get this stuff torn down. So, do have permit for that, because it's not technically permanent. Although, I think this does have electrical. If this has electrical, that could be a problem. I think we have, is it battery? Let's see, what does Grandpa have rigged up in here? Let's see. Okay, that is just... yeah, that's not permanent lighting. Okay, so we should be good to tear this shed down. And we also should be good to tear this shed down. But this one's going to be a little bit harder to get done, because that's got wood beams going down into the ground. So that could be kind of fun. But I think we can do it. And so that will give us a little bit of extra money by being able to use that. Grandpa can use all that extra wood that's behind there, and so he can get a lot of work done. So anyways, I'm going to talk to contractor when he gets here, and we're going to see what kind of stuff we need to do. I'm going to guess it's going to be kind of need to be like gravel mix that will need to be brought in, so that could be kind of pricey. We're going to hopefully try and do this without involving a bank. I don't want to get a loan if I don't have to, but we'll see where we end up. But if I can get this started so that we can start having regular income before summer by starting to grow stuff, that would be kind of helpful. Alright, cows are off, everybody. And let me see what we got going on here. We still got some bales that we can pull out here and go and sell these. And I forgot, stinking dog keeps doing this nonsense. Forgot how that works. But a lot has changed. We're in about near the end of February. It's still got snow in the forecast, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, we got snow on the way still. So we got our cows moved along. We only got 33,000 now in the bank with the cows being sold. Grandpa, I haven't checked to see what kind of furniture he's made, if he's made any, so we'll have to double check that. But we will have to see here in just a minute. I'm grabbing these hay bales out because I can go and sell these. I'll have to find out where I can sell them, but no, I'm sure I can sell them somewhere. So we got yeah, hay bales, so we can sell those. I think I got a grass bale still as well, so we can get that sold. And then we can sell off extra wood that we have from this, so Grandpa can use it for furniture purposes as well. We can also demolish all of this, which will give us a little bit of money. Let me check here what we got going on. We've got one hay bale, and we got other equipment. Let me roll this one on out here. There we go. And technically we can get rid of our bale forks as well, since we won't be doing that or needing that. So we can look at selling that to somebody a little bit later. But we can get our hay bales and stuff sold. So I'll look at what that is. But we did get our 4 new greenhouses put in. We do have seed, and we also got a water system set up for them as well. So let me hop on in here and let's see what we got going on. So we got our little beds. Grandpa's going to help out with this. We got plenty of seeds to work it. So let's check out what we can do. So obviously we can, for all of these, be able to go through and we could do some plums. We could do oranges. We could do mustard. We could do... Not sure what hops is. I have to double check what that. I've heard the name, but I don't remember what that is. We can also try and do apples, some cabbage, lettuce, chili peppers. I'm kind of thinking oranges myself, but I'm also going to check and see what the price is on these products here in the finances. Rolling on down, chili peppers. They're selling for a high of 1,500 based on the pallet. That's not too bad. Let me see here. Where's my oranges? Tomatoes, they sell for 16. Apples sell for 2,100 in December. 1,800 is the lowest. So that's actually a little bit better. Almonds. We do have coffee that we could sell. I think coffee is running about the same as some of these. We got cherry. Currently, we don't have anywhere to sell them at the moment. And then orange juice. Well, that's not juice. Oranges. Well, that is orange juice, but that's not on the market. But sending out oranges, that's $2,160 and $1,800. But currently, there's nowhere to sell them at, so we'll have to look into that. But to sell oranges, that's $1,800 is the lowest they can be to $2,160. Lemons about the same. Juice from the oranges. So if you could figure out how to do our own oranges. Coffee's not really that good of a product at the moment, at least for us. And there's plenty of coffee roasteries in town, so trying to get into that market will not be worth. Strawberries, tomatoes. I'm gonna like and go in the orange route myself. We might diversify a little bit and do some chili peppers. I think I saw my chili peppers up here. Chili peppers. Yeah, I'm interested in sending some chili peppers. So let's get 2 of these running chili peppers, and then we can run some oranges in the other. So let me get these started. Enable watering. Yes. Change output mode to storing and activate. Alrighty, so we're working on that. So we got that working. Okay, so we got chili peppers. Got those planted. Gonna close that up as it's still pretty frigid. We're gonna get chili peppers going in here, and then the other 2 for right now will be oranges. Here we go. Alright, so we have that all going, and that's gonna hopefully get to work here in a bit. Let's see here if I got any information. We got slowly working. Okay, good. I want to see if Grandpa has any furniture popping up yet. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's slowly getting some pieces done. So slowly working. But let's go ahead and get our bale sold. But that's probably about all we need to do today, as it's going to be frigid and snowy. We got our cows out of the way now, so they're not going to. We don't have to make sure that they're huddled in at night, so that's kind of an easy thing for us not to have to do anymore. So we'll get our bales popped up here, and we'll go to the local farmer market and get that taken care of. Might take a thing of honey as well, because I think the honey prices might be up. I'll have to double check that. But we do have a pallet of honey that we had over the winter that we can sell. I don't know why we hung on to it, but we did. So we can get that sold off, I think, and get some maximum price on stuff. Alright, this is going to be fun. Grass bale. Alright. And we push. And we roll. Roll. Oh boy. And roll. And it's gonna be fun. Let me get this lined up here. Alright. And nope. Missed it. Okay. Alright again. Whew. That is heavier than it looks, let me tell you. Get all this stuff strapped in. I think we got a little bit of honey over here. So we'll grab that if we do. I'm pretty sure Grandpa said we had another one. I'll see if anybody wants a... Oh yeah, we do have a pallet of honey. Cool. We will get this, well, only if the doors stay open long enough for me to be able to grab it. Here we go. Alright, that's why we don't put pallets inside of this thing here. Okay, so, I think I know where I'm going. Pop up my GPS here. We're going to be a bit of a drive, but you know what? We're going to make it do. But, should be able to get all this stuff sold off. So, it's tough decisions financially, so now we only got about $33,000 in the bank, guys, so that's a little bit of a thin margin, especially if anything untoward should happen, any disasters. I'm not super comfortable with the way that number is, but you do have to take a few risks every once in a while. Not recommending that you do that so that you're in debt, because luckily we are not in debt, so we should be able to get a loan if something untoward should happen, and we would have to get that fixed, and we'll just cut on through the gas station here like a normal human being would. Not open in time for Whataburger quite yet. Oh, Whataburger doesn't have breakfast. They do offer coffee during the winter months apparently, but they do not open for breakfast. It's actually rather disappointing. But I digress. But we'll have to get some Whataburger, nice warm yummy food later on. And then straight down this road is the farmer's market. So we should be able to sell this stuff as far as I know, if the steering doesn't send me off into somebody else's field. There we go, $3,587 for all of that. I would definitely take that and be very happy. That helps me out a whole lot there. So, very nice. we got that stuff off my hands. We'll see if anybody wants that hay fork though, and we can get that sold off because I'm not planning on doing anything grass-wise, so there's no real need to have that if I'm not going to use it. Just doesn't make any sense. So, anyways, I'm going to get back to the farm. We're going to double-check a few things very quickly, and I think that's going to be about it for today. And I'd also like this little drive that the contractor made for us, so I can just drive right straight on through. And we also got some grass added on there as well, so that works out pretty neat. So anyways, guys, I think that's about it. We do have, as I said, we got both of the sheds taken out. It cost us a little bit, but we were able to recycle some of the steel beams that were in this shed, so that got us a little bit of money, not a whole lot, and a lot of oh, I forgot to take we do have a load of bricks that somebody was wanting, so I'm going to have to go and get that to them eventually. But this is the good wood that was from the shed. Grandpa's going to be able to use that for some recycled furniture. We're going to have to label it that, but it will be recycled furniture. Yeah, we do have a little bit of stuff that we were able to reuse. So, possible expansion with more greenhouses in future, but that's all going to be further down the road. But that is an idea for us anyway. So, slowly working on that. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Oh wow, we already seen some pretty good production numbers from our greenhouses here. I'm definitely excited about that. Just checking the overall numbers. I think we had, yeah, I got one chili pepper in there. That's funny. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the numbers there. So anyways, we will have to see how this does. We also forgot it comes installed with lights as well, which is pretty neat. But yeah, we'll have to see how this all goes. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. The new farm expansion greenhouses. We got them. You love them. Hopefully it makes us a little bit more money. So anyways, guys, that's it for us today. And oh, and I also forgot one thing. We do have Old Glory flapping there in the background on the front of the farm. We got that into the game, so that's pretty cool. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys here next time, as hopefully we'll be making more money with greenhouses. Bye bye.